about tonight's game?
Well, it was two teams battling. We came out on a losing stick today, but our season is not over. We are going to win the West. Our guys have to focus more. I have to focus more. So before I say our guys, I have to do a better job of getting them focused. So our guys played their butts off. We had at the end a chance to win it. It didn't work our way, but it's a lesson. It's a lesson we have learned. Make sure we finish games, and we haven't finished the games yet.
Questions?
Charles Bishop, Dr. Bills inside HBCU Sports Lab. And Coach, I wanted to ask about the final drive in terms of the receiver who got behind the secondary. Was it miscommunication, or what exactly happened?
No, it wasn't any miscommunication. Well, of course that had been miscommunication because he was wide open. So it was a little bit of miscommunication, but we as coaches, I as a coach, have to make sure everybody know how to communicate with each other. So I would never sit up here and blame a player. The blame is on me. I didn't do a better job of coaching that player. Yes.
Coach, Mike Washington, Dr. Cavil's inside the HBCU Sports
You got
Lab.
two of y'all?
Yeah. Yeah, we come in pairs. I'm sorry. So if I look at the first half and second half and what you were able to do, running the ball, passing the ball, what was the tweaks that you made going into the half when it was tied at 14 all? What tweaks did you give to the team?
Well, first and foremost, we knew that we didn't play our best football. The first half, we really didn't play our best football. We had a lot of penalties, unnecessary penalties, and it's the little things. It's very the little things, and everyone always bypassed the details, and everyone always bypassed the little things. But in the game of football, in the game of sports, you cannot bypass the little things. Ms. Davis.
Kim Davis from Chalk Talk.
Yes.
Good. You talk about learning something. Can you give us an idea of something that was learned tonight that you can use with your team moving forward?
Well, that last drive of Ben, everybody on the same page, hand signals, communication, because it was loud out there. The crowd and everyone did a great job. Hand signals. So therefore, we know that everybody's on the same page. I'm sure you got a question for one of these players. We can't have them just sitting up here to sit up here.
Okay, well, I'll start with you guys. I mean, to lose a game like this, how challenging is that to lose it at the end? How difficult is that? How much does that hurt to lose a game like that this way?
I think losing in general hurts. We prepare, these coaches prepare us. They take a lot of time away from their families to be able to prepare us through the week. And it doesn't just feel like you just let yourself or your brothers down, but it feels like you let those guys down as well. But at the end of the day, we're going to give God all honor, praise, and glory through the thick and thin. Because at the end of the day, He didn't bring us this far to leave us. So we're just thankful for this opportunity. We're going to learn from it. The season is not over. Like Coach Dishman said, the season is not over. We're going to continue to just keep working every single day. There's change that's going on at Texas Southern, and the change has already been made. So, like I said, at the end of the day, we're just going to learn from this opportunity, learn from this lesson, and we're just going to continue to keep moving forward.
Kyle Mose of HBCU Legends. Talk about you guys' perseverance and belief that you can win the game on that last drive.
Yes, sir. The coaches do a great job of preparing us throughout the week, putting us in scenarios like that during practice, whether that's walking through it, whether that's watching it on the video. Coach Zarek Rollins, my quarterbacks coach, does a great job of preparing the quarterbacks in our room, to be able to prepare us for scenarios just like that. Regardless whether it's 2 minutes, 1 minute, 15 minutes and a half, whatever the scenario is, or whether we got to go running lot drill and drain out 4 minutes, 5 minutes, we've been prepared and we've repped that type of scenario. So it's our job to be able to go out there and handle it. There's already a lot of pressure at practice. There's no more pressure than we get in the game. So when we get that opportunity, we got to seize it. And we knew we were going to go out there and do it. We knew what the defense was coming out in, even before the game. But at the end of the day, man, we just got to continue to keep working, and there's always something we can improve on.
David Hill, KTSU 2 News. KJ, going back to that last drive, obviously a tough loss, but you guys were able to pull off a crunch-time drive going into that to take a lead. What are some things from that drive specifically that can lead into next game to be more successful?
I believe Cal also runs that 3 down, so it was good that we were able to rep the defense that the similar defense that we had this week, and carrying it on to next week. So like I said, the coaches do a really, really good job of preparing us. Now we just got to continue to go out there, fight, finish, and understand that those small details matter. The coaches do a great job of reiterating that every single day since the summer, since the spring, and since they came in. So we can't ignore those things because tonight they showed. They showed tonight. So we're going to take this one on the chin, and we're just going to keep moving forward.
Kenyatta Cavill, Dr. Cavill, inside the HBCU Sports Lab. This is for KJ Cooper. I know last year you started the game and then you had to deal with the setback. Now you got a chance to move forward. How did it feel to get back out there, particularly in such a competition as this?
Yeah, it was a blessing. The Lord allowed me to be able to come back with the circumstances that happened last year. I'm thankful that the Lord also, allowed Richardson, my brother, because he didn't really get to play last year in that game as well. So I'm glad that he allowed him to be able to come out here and play in this game and had a big time game as well. And like I said, I'm just thankful for this opportunity. I'm blessed, and it's not a coincidence what the Lord is doing in this team. People say he works in mysterious ways, but he doesn't. He knows exactly what he's doing. And this loss is tough, but he knows what he's doing with this team.
Also for you, talking about the physicality of what it looked like in this game.
Where's the microphone?
Physicality in this game in terms of what it looked like just from watching. Can you talk a little bit about what that was playing in the game and the fact that both teams kept their composure with such a game that was physical in terms of not getting into it with each other beyond the whistle?
Okay, well, we're taught, like KJ said, we work situation all the time. Our offensive coordinator teaches us not to feed into anything that's not involved with football. After the whistle is blown, we do what we got to do. We go back to our huddle, ready for the next play. We do not need to get up out of our game. We don't need to let anybody get in our head. And, football is physical always. If you're not physical, you're not doing it right. So, if we physical, if we out most of the other team, we should always win. And that's how we look at every game. That's how we're going to come into every game for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Sure.
So, for KJ, I noticed there were times when there'd be a play and maybe a player was upset about something that happened, and I saw you gathering and calming down. Can you talk about that just from a leadership, what you feel like your role is in terms of kind of leading and guiding the team?
Well, the role that I have is whatever the Lord calls me to do. I'm not trying to be out there and be something that I'm not. At the end of the day, those coaches, do a great job of preparing us through the week, through a bunch of those scenarios and through those circumstances, and then we play by the motto of next play when certain circumstances like that happen. And in tough times, your character is revealed. Anybody can be good and smile and jump around when things are going their way. But at the same time, when scenarios are like that happen, I would want a brother to be able to pick my head up and give me the motivation and some positive feedback when something happens that I did that was wrong. So at the end of the day, it's just being there for your brother, man, and we're just thankful for this opportunity. We're just gonna keep moving forward.
Can you talk about the exchange that you and Tremaine had at the end of the game when you said that?
Told him congratulations.
And that's all you said?
What else I should say? I don't know what else I can say. Congratulations. He won the game. Let's don't. Yeah, no, let's go. Yeah.
You talked about the preparation. This goes to both players and mainly to you, Ms. Richardson. You had a terrific game. Is there anything out there that caught you by surprise in terms of coverage or what they were doing? There was nothing. If you had a chance to go back, is there anything you would, tweak or change? Nothing that caught you by surprise?
No, sir, nothing caught me by surprise because, big time players make big time plays. And big time players visualize things before it even happens. We practice all the time. We work situation, so we knew stuff like that was gonna happen. We practice like this all the time. We practice at 100% every day. So coming out in the game, it should be clockwork. The chemistry that our receiver had with our quarterback KJ here is, beyond me. Like everything on the field is like on paper. We do it how we're supposed to do it. Everything is easy. We know how to read the roof of the defense, and we know how to get open. So there's no surprise. Everything that happened was supposed to happen.
Thank you both, gentlemen. Terrific game.
All right,
Thank you.
ladies, gentlemen,
Thank you, guys.
young man over there. You got any questions?
Not tonight. That's about bedtime.
That's it. I'm talking about that. I ain't talking about you, Coop. I was saying, blue man had any questions.
See you later.
All right.